And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's South Carolina going up against Louisiana. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set. And on the mound today, Anthony Easton. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he went the distance last time, came away with the W, and we'll see if he can continue that trend in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the catcher, number 17. Fastball for a strike. And here we go with game 2. Ball one there.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him. 1 away and the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He's out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's the left fielder. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. That clips the corner.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Hit in the air, center field. Moving in on this one. Makes the grab for the second out. It's lineup time, Singy. Here's what they have up their sleeve for game 2.
And there's extra pressure on this group after losing the opener. They'll do whatever it takes to avoid that dreaded 2-0 World Series deficit. Look for them to be aggressive, but they can't be reckless in this one.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now a jump throw. And very nicely done for the out. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the slab in this one, Jacob Morrison.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters will have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, number 6. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Morrison was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. And there's the strike.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, dude. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the man.
Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. They say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate, so that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Gets it to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. It's lineup time, Singy. Here's what they have up their sleeve for game 2.
This group is feeling great after winning the opener, Boog. Keep the good vibes going today, and they could find themselves up 2-0.
Number 40 in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. On the ground. Into the outfield, base hit. And that extends the inning. Jake Brown digs in now. That pitch gets the inside corner. 4-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Hard in, soft away, and now he's in an 0-2 count. He's got to figure out a way to try to sit in between, perhaps choke up a little bit, and just try to get the bat to the baseball.
Two outs. Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Runner takes off. He's saying that's a stolen base, not even close.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Line drive. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. An inning in the books tonight. And we're scoreless here on the show. Game 2 of the World Series. Here's the third baseman, Walker Mitchell. Easton back to work. In the air, right field, under it. And there's 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, but just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And now the right fielder. First offering is fouled off. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
So a man aboard, and here's the first baseman. And that's in for a strike. Easton, a 6'2 righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. Late swing, foul to the left. And at first, 1 away. Runner on the go. Lined into right. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity.
Base hit center field. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. Just got to slice that one into center.
Picks himself up at RBI. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
First and second, 1 out. Dooley getting ready to hit. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1. And a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. Caught in between, trying for third now. Puts the tag on him and hits a double play. So they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching the World Series on the show. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the first baseman, Barrett Jones. Jones recently taking home Player of the Month on. swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
And what a show he
0-1's
put
the
on
count.
last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish. And I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Right side, hard hit. Handles, throws to first. And a quick out, number one. Now a catcher up to hit, Luis Hernandez. And there's a foul ball. And
Outside, that's a ball.
Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favored. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play, minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
Ground ball could be two. To second, that's one. And that's two. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We played two full. The Gamecocks have the lead, 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Sykes. Slider right there.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just gonna have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Zips it across. One up, one down.
Well, we talked about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Number 17, the next to hit, kicks outside. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's there. He's got it. And there's two down. Now the number 2 hitter. He's 0 for 1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Now it's the second baseman. Rounded out his first time up. Runner takes off. There's the ball.
That ball went out.
Throw to got it. Out at second. That ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly and a strike down the second base.
And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the second baseman, Daniel Dickinson. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it gets fired. But the throw to first gets him easily. And that's the first out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Number 10 stands in now and watches strike one. Big swing and a miss.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Over to first, great pick!
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Number 6 swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. And it's fouled away. Next pitch is outside.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 strikes.
Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The other way. Fires across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. New inning getting started for the batter now, number 7. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you put the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Mitchell batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2. Nobody out, runner at first. That one misses. And that is ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much or 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Kickoff throw.
He's safe.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Runner at first with no outs here.
3.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the runner holds.
They clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing. Just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
They fired it quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Wastes no time there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here's the first baseman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one fouled off.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
That one the other way. Makes the catch for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And next is the designated hitter. RBI single his last time up. Swinging a foul straight back. It's outside. And the count is 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Dalton Beck appears to be getting loose. Number 43 getting cranked up as well. 2 on, 2 out. That one down the line. And foul ball. This to third, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, out number 3. So they strand a pair to the bottom of inning number 4 now. The Gamecocks out front, 1-0. Bottom 4, and now the DH, Ethan Gray. That one at the knees for a strike.
That's outside.
Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone.
Dives and he can't hang on. Flip to the pitcher is in time. So they get the first out of the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from it a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice speed and a nice play for the out.
Number 4, batting with 1 down.
0-1.
Takes the strike. That one to first. And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Jake Brown will hit next. 0 for 1 so far. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. tying run is at first. Here in Game 2 of the World Series. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Ground ball left side, could be 2. In plenty of time. The first 2 away. Now the first baseman, Jared Jones. He's 0 for 1. That pitch is in for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Luis Hernandez, the next to hit. And that's in there at the knees. Jones off the first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. And that'll do it. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even at 1 apiece. This is the World Series on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Easton back to work. Close one. Doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Hit in the air, left field. Sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And now the center fielder, Sykes. Drops in for a strike.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Outside the breaking ball. That's hard hit on the line. He's got it. Out number 2.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. He was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner. That's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first. And that is that. Halfway home. All even. 1 apiece. Game 2 of the World Series. Digging in. Number 1. Trying to bunt his way on. Barehand scoop, throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Well, I think the defense was anticipating something here because they were really ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out. Way to go.
So up next, Daniel Dickinson. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Dickinson measures 6 feet even, 200 pounds, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. That one
ball,
not close.
2 strikes.
And the count 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. That one just misses. It's 2-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
That one ripped.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, the chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Number 10 up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. 2 down. Here's the left fielder. 0-2 in this one. And he is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Just misses. Now 1-2. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. We played 5 full. Tied at 1 aside. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 43. Now the left fielder, 1 for 2. Hit on the ground at the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielder with how hard he hit it.
Go ahead run on base. Now it's the second baseman. That clips the corner.
0-1.
Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Sizing this one up. And it's caught for the out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Walker Mitchell. Oh, he can't hang on. Hung up in a rundown there.
You know, line drives are tough because they can sink on you. They can even have some ride and go over your head if you take a false step in. Sometimes they can knuckle. So I'm not sure if that was the problem right there. Could have been the lights as well. Sometimes you see the ball all the way until the very last second. It disappears and it gets real scary.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Snags it for the second out. And here's the first baseman. In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Action in the pen down there. Number 41, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Williams getting loose as well. Runner edges away at second. This one in the air center field. On his way over. Drops into the glove. And that's the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the 6th, Ethan Perez. Up the middle. And that one handled. The first, one away, bottom of the 6th. The batter will be the shortstop. Curveball drops in for a strike. Bunted going to strike in front of the plate. Safe.
No, he's
and
safe.
That's his 3rd hit. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk the first.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jake Brown. There's the strike. Just
Nope,
missed.
that's down.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Line drive. Base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds the second with one gone.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it hit deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Next to hit, Garrett Jones. Still about for one. And
He's
that's
out.
two. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and a runner left. We head to the 7th now in game 2. All tied 1-1. And we're back. And here is number 8. Up the middle. Dickinson. On to first.
Got him.
That's the first out, the top of the 7th. And now here is Ty Dooley. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Ball strike right there.
That got him.
And the
First base.
potential winning run is aboard. Now it's going to be Sykes.
Your base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for
0-1.
anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Here comes the pitch. There's
Back
the ball.
outside.
Runner on the go. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one
That's
is
the ball.
dirt. And the count is even 2-2. First. And
Hey.
back in safely. With the go-ahead run at first, you're in the late stages of game 2. Runner on the go again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the catcher. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. High fly ball out to left field. Under this one. Squeezes it. And that is that. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The catcher, and
That one
Off the plate,
outside.
ball 1.
1-0.
You know, this group of hitters, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they
That's
take.
inside.
They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Got it.
Tosses to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the center fielder. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And the ball drops in for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Daniel Dickinson digs in now. Swing and a tackle that rolls foul. Next offer, he's in for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That one 95 to finish him off. They turn things over to the southpaw. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the top of the eighth, now the number 2 hitter, number 1. Out towards right center field. On the move to the alley. He's got it. 1 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Down to third baseman, Walker Mitchell. 0 for 3 in this one. Right there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Evans getting ready to go. Two down, nobody on. Fought off foul. Uh-oh.
First base.
Got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. Now it's the right fielder. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1's
With
the
the
count.
go-ahead run at first here in Game 2 of the World Series. And that one is lifted in the air. On the move. Makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now here is number 10. Morrison back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Fouled off. He was late. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Brings it in, and there's 1 down.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Number 6 in the box now. Takes strike 1. All tied up to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Let's see who's out
0-2
for
with the
that
count.
time. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 1 down. Base is empty. Boyle's a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Smoked on the ground a second. Throws the first in time. And that quickly 2 away. So now the DH spot. Ethan Gray.
Ball. That's inside. Nope.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. And he'll be safe at first. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop. The shortstop
That's
takes the
inside.
ball. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. It's the 9th, and we are tied. And we're back. Now the first baseman, number 16. In the air, left field, down the line. And that'll get down for a hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when a team needs to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just a blue hit behind. there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman and shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
And now it's going to be number 8. There's the strike. Snap throw to first.
He's safe.
And he's just back in. Oh, close play. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Hauls it in. One away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. You did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Duel in the box now. Pitch strike 1.
That big curve inside is a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand and then just drops over the inside part of the plate.
Runner on the move. Throw to second.
No ball, 2 strikes.
You know, something that's often overlooked in a caught stealing situation is just that catcher's footwork. These guys work so hard on just every aspect, receiving the pitch, but then also getting into a position to get off a quick throw. Right there, that was perfect execution, and it allowed him to get the throw down to second in time.
To third. And that chance handled. And that is that. One hit in the inning, but no one left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. All tied 1-1. So coming into the game now on defense, number 13. He takes over as the new first baseman. And now the right fielder, Jake Brown. There's the strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And they got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Only 2 now. Hard on the ground at first. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's the first baseman, Cameron Jones. And that one clips the corner. That's the third.
Nope,
That's a
that's
foul ball. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting that at bat. He had that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Hernandez in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. It up.
Good approach right there. You get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stand on that double play.
He's out of play. And that one ripped to left. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. And now the center fielder. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Ball 1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0.
Ball 3.
Who hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
There's a strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Hot shot to first base, and he snacks it to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're to extras here, and now, Sykes. Base hit into right center. The leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Used a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And it's fouled off. down 2 ball. Throws to second.
He's out.
And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
To me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's the left fielder. Hard hit right side. Throws to first. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of the 10th. Here's the second baseman, Daniel Dickinson. The left-hander on now, number 40. Swinging a chopper. Jump throw across his body.
He's out.
And they get the out. Here's the third baseman. And he drops it down the third baseline. Fair hands it. Tough
He's
play.
out.
On the money. Nice play.
Pretty flashy with the fair hand grab right there. Kind of risky, but man, he made it look easy.
Number 6
That's
can't
inside.
give the 2 away as he takes the ball. Fouled off left side. The 1-1 is fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. Ground ball right
That ball
side.
foul.
And it goes just foul.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you gotta love this.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Evans. Now it's the second baseman. And he chops in for a strike. In the air to left center. Sizes this one up. And there's one down. And now Walker Mitchell. Strike.
Full night tonight, Big, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Come on and miss. And it's 0-2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Have to regroup here.
Inside ball 1.
That one way inside.
Yep.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Next
We got
offering
full
way
count.
off the plate. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in game 2 of the World Series. Fine, and that's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now it's the right fielder. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Gone. That one's gotta feel good. And they had a pair. It's 3-1. He only needing 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, dude. Aggressive, and it paid off. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Evans departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So a young arm coming on now out of the pen. Count.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next to hit, number 13. First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
One down, base is empty. This ball's chopped to the ground, and that one handled. Throws to first in time. Now it's the DH.
Number 8.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first.
He's out.
That's out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And we're back. All set for the bottom of the 11th. And now the DH, Ethan Fred. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Number 4 in the box now. No balls and a strike. Up and in, and it's a ball and a strike. Foul ball, he stays alive. Got him looking. Now only 1 out remaining.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And a bunt towards third. Not in time. That's a bunt single. Now here is Jared Jones.
Nice. 0-1's the count.
Swinging a foul out of play. 1 strike away. That misses his own. And the count is 1-2.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the field.
Got it! And that's the ball game.
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit. They had to do a little extra work tonight to secure this win, but it's what you got to do over the course of the season if you want to be a championship ball player.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.